Namaste, good morning. It's lovely to connect with you today. My name is Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I trust that you're doing well and things are flowing well for you. I am here to pull some cards for the weekend. So extra special welcome to our Temple of Balance patrons, our Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much. Good morning, Fiona and Raven. Stephanie's here, and Sally. Hi, Diane and Beth and Carla and Tamarind, perhaps. I hope I pronounced your name okay. Hi, Maria and Rebecca and Deborah and Tammy. Hi, everyone. Lovely to see you. Now, if you're new to watching, welcome. What I'm going to be doing is using my Speed of Light Oracle cards. These are cards I created. They were released in 2014, so they're a few years old now. And what I'll be doing is pulling one card for Saturday, one card for Sunday, and one card for the theme for Saturday and Sunday. This is not personal guidance for specific individuals. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason, and I trust that something shared will be helpful and supportive for you at this time. So just take on board what feels right for you and let the rest go. You will know if it's guidance that is for you because it will seem like I'm speaking directly to you. So if it sounds like I'm talking directly to you and what I'm saying makes sense and is relevant to what you're going through right now, then you can take that as confirmation that this is guidance that is helpful for you. If anything you're curious about or anything that confronts you, then I always suggest to sit with that information for a couple of days and come to a stronger conclusion on what your truth is for you. If anything doesn't make sense or it sounds like I'm just speaking to someone else, then it's not guidance for you to hear today, and that's okay. So, I feel that's all I need to say. I'm going to get started. I've released some new pendants on my website, most of them. I think there's about 6. I think 2 have sold, so there's probably about 4 new pendants on the website, very rose quartz connected. And there are 3 that I just cannot get on at this point. So if you're still waiting on a couple of pendants to show up on the website, I'm actually having trouble getting them on the site. So I've contacted my website host to let them know there's a problem. So hopefully that will be sorted soon, just so you know if you're waiting. So let's look now for the best card for Saturday, the 30th of September. That's the last day of the month. And what an intense, complex and chaotic month it has been. So let's see what the transition's going to be like. Do I have a delay? I think I've got a delay. Hopefully the connection stays. If it drops, I'll just come back in. So the best card for Saturday, the 30th of September, is this card right here, which is card 38, called Focus. And the key words say holding position, timing, and growth. It talks about holding our current position and growing from there. So I don't know if you can see on this card, but when I illustrated this, there's a pathway here amongst the rocks, and this pathway leads to where this figure is standing in a really powerful yoga pose, which I can't think of what that pose is called right now, but standing in this powerful pose. So if this figure represents us and the journey that we've walked to get to this position right now. So we've walked our path, we've made our decisions, we've had to lay in our bed, we've had to deal with the consequences of our actions. We've walked our path, and it has led us to where we are right now, in this moment, in the here and now, in this powerful position now. So this is talking about acknowledging the journey that you've walked up till now, but hold focus on the now and the position that you're in this moment in your life. Also, be careful of naysayers or other people casting their strong opinions onto you, and wanting you to be somewhere else or do something else on your path or with your life, and really recognize that you've walked your journey. You're in the best position that you need to be in now, and if you're not, then you can make some changes or what have you. But be careful you don't allow naysayers or other people's strong opinions to sway you or take you off your path right now. Hold in this strong position. See this big strong rock here that I've drawn this figure on? That represents the really powerful point that we as individuals have reached right now in our life's path and on our life's journey. So stand tall in your sense of self and allow yourself to grow from your current position. Everything's going to be okay. So be careful that you might be also thinking that you need to be somewhere else, and just trust in this current position you're in now. If you've been wondering if you're in the right place now or if you made the right decision, then this is certainly a confirmation that you have, and to grow from this current position that you stand now. Growth is automatic when we're in the place where we need to be. So stay focused as well. Keep focused in your mind. Keep your determination, your willpower, your sense of concentration as focused as possible, just to help you through this time and to help you really anchor this energy on Saturday. It feels quite anchoring, so it feels strong and solid as we recognize that we are standing on solid ground and that we are where we need to be, and that just the decisions that we've made have been right for us. So let's not second guess ourselves, but stand tall in this current position that we're standing in. So that's the guidance for Saturday. Focus, hold position, trust in perfect timing as well. If things aren't opening up for you as quickly as you'd like, then just trust that everything will unfold in the right time, and you can completely trust that, especially as you trust and know that you've taken the right steps. You're in the right place right now. As you trust that, then you will trust more in perfect timing. Oh, the sun's coming out beautiful. So that's the guidance for Saturday. So I trust that resonates. So just take on board what felt right and let the rest go. Oh, the sun is beautiful. It's a bit snowy here today. And yes, it is spring here in Tasmania, but our weather doesn't tend to stabilise until the end of October. And then, well, we've still had a snowy days in December before, so it's just we're south of the equator. So we do have 4 seasons. So I'm looking now for the best card for Sunday the 1st of October. Oh, I feel excited about Sunday the 1st. Sunday the 1st. So let's look for the best card for Sunday. I trust 100% that it will find its way to the top of the deck based on the way I pick my cards. So Sunday the 1st, this is the best card for Sunday. Here. Oh, we've got White Tiger again. This is a featured card, which means it has further instructions here in this box to add another card to this. It says, for additional insight, split the deck and take the top card. So I just pop that down, and without thinking, I'm just going to split the deck and take this card as an extra, which is Light Codes. So these 2 cards go together. If you watched I didn't do a lot of videos last week, I was busy, but the last few videos this card's come up. So over the last week and a half probably, this card's come up every single time. So this is the 3rd video in a row for memory that White Tiger has come up. So what I'm going to do is look at these cards separately, and then we're going to look at their relationship together for Sunday. So we've got White Tiger. The keywords say schedule, routine, adjustment, and time management. So he talks about really looking at how we're spending our time on Sunday and making the most of our time, I want to say. So we might find that we procrastinate. You know, sometimes when we get into that procrastination mode and time kind of drags on, I feel like we could make Sunday a really super productive and focused day if we don't allow ourselves to fall into procrastination or overthinking what the tasks that we have to do, and just get up and do them. So there's this feeling here, if we can get up and focus our time productively, that we will have quite a productive Sunday. So look at how you're spending your time on Sunday. It might also be important for you to look at your schedule and your routine on a longer term basis, because we've changed so much in these recent weeks and months that what we want to do with our time is starting to change as well. So we're starting to set new habits for ourselves or break old habits of our time spending. So let's look at that really closely on Sunday, if that's something we're inspired to do, is how we're spending our time. I'm pretty sure it's the start of daylight savings here as well, around the south and the eastern seaboard of Australia, so we'll be jumping forward with our time, so we're going to have an hour less on Sunday. I'm pretty sure it's this Sunday. It might be next weekend. I don't really keep up to date that well, but I'm pretty sure it's this weekend. So I know that some of us will be paying attention to our time, because we will have an hour less on Sunday. So that's the white tiger anyway. Let's look at really making the most of our minutes, our precious moments that we have available on Sunday. And the other card, 41, light codes. And the keywords say incoming information, memories, and language. This talks about new energy coming in. When I drew this, I saw this as representing the top of the head, so the crown chakra, and all of these light codes and high vibrational energies coming down into the body, into the crown from the universe. So this talks about new energy around on Sunday, and a sense of new vibration, of new vibes in the air, if you like, or new stuff that's coming in. Often with this card and with the nature of the energy as it comes in new, it's very, what would you say, untangible, if you like, or it's not an energy we can really grasp on and work with straight away. So we might feel on Sunday this new energy coming in, this sense of change in the air, but perhaps not really being able to use that energy yet. So it's I feel about being open and receptive and allowing the new vibrations and the new energy to move in. So basically we've cleared so much old stuff out of the way. We've let go of a lot of stuff and a lot of crap throughout September. So we've actually made a lot of room for the new to come in. So this is what's preparing to come in on Sunday, and we can just trust that we will receive what we need, and we will be able to work with that energy when the time is right, when it's activated or called into action, if you like. Also, this card talks about writing. So if you're looking at doing some writing, if you're writing a book, or if you want to get pen to paper, then Sunday's going to be very favourable to make time to write on Sunday. So I feel when I look at these two cards together, I feel making time to receive the new energy that's coming in. And this reminds me a bit of I sent out a blog a couple of hours ago about the messages for October, and it feels similar to this energy that I've been feeling at the beginning of October, is this new energy that wants to come in, and making time to bring it in, making time to allow it. Now, what do I mean by that? I feel like it's about putting us individually into a position where we're opening and welcoming of change and new opportunities and new situations. You know, sometimes we shut off new opportunities more than what we probably realise through our mindset, our approach, by saying no all the time, or by not looking at our habits and the things that we do, with the things that we do that lock us into a certain system or a certain way of going about our day-to-day life. These sorts of habits and ways can block change and potential growth and new beginnings in our life. So I feel like Sunday might be quite for some of us, we might be quite inspired to look at how we're blocking ourselves and how we can open up more to new opportunities and new ways and new things by perhaps saying yes a little bit more often, or perhaps by putting ourselves out there, perhaps by looking at community groups or gatherings or things that we can participate in. And, even if we feel a bit anxious, just taking a deep breath and having a go. Even if we don't continue to go to these things, I feel like it's important to get ourselves out and put ourselves out there at the beginning of October. So stop holding ourselves back and start really getting our teeth into some new hobbies and some new things that we want to bring into our life. So I feel a lot of potential around for the beginning of October, and I feel this is going to start straight away on the 1st, on Sunday, if we're open to that. So perhaps consider your own habits and your own ways and your own things that you're comfortable doing that might be just a little bit too comfortable right now. How can you challenge yourself to step outside the box and try some new things and see what happens? So that's the guidance for Sunday. Let's find now the best card for the theme. And the sun's come out super bright again. The best card for the theme for Saturday and Sunday. So the theme card, I think of tying these days together and helping us see the bigger picture of this weekend. So Saturday and Sunday, the best card for the theme, I trust, is this here. And we've got card 8 called Purification. And the key words say cleanse, detoxification and toxins. So this weekend's going to be a really favourable time to release our toxins, to go on a bit of a detox, purify, let go, all of those sorts of things that we need to do to release ourselves, or release the stuff that's been holding us back. So we can look at this on quite a physical level. So we can look at this in regards to what we're putting into our body. And it might be toxic things that we're consuming. It could be habits that we want to break with our eating or with our drinking, and things that we're doing on a physical level. Could also be getting active, like physically active if we're inspired to over the weekend. Go for a bit of a walk, start an exercise plan, go for a swim. Things that would help cleanse our physical body. Even soaking in the bath with some Epsom salt or some apple cider vinegar or things like that, just to help draw the toxins out of our physical body, feels very favourable. On an emotional level, we may want to do a detox as well and really look at releasing out the stuff that we're... Why do I keep wanting to say release ourselves? It really sounds strange. But anyway, I went to say it again. To release on an emotional level. So what we might have been holding on to lately emotionally, some old emotional baggage or emotional ties that we have, or things that are affecting us emotionally, we might want to really focus on cleansing and clearing our emotional baggage over the weekend. So some things to think about if it is emotional stuff that you're dealing with is working with the element of water to help you release on that emotional level. So that could mean going in water, drinking extra water, visualizing water washing over you. Could also mean facing your emotions and letting yourself feel, and also imagining yourself cutting ties or releasing emotional baggage from your body and your being, and really allowing yourself to let go. Sometimes putting on your favorite emotional sad movie and having a good cry can be a great way to emotionally release as well. You can also think of this cleansing on a mental level and cutting your ties mentally that have been holding you back lately, like the things I was talking about with habits that you might have gotten into that you've become perhaps a bit too comfortable with, that you might need to look at, how can you break those habits, how can you step out of your comfort zone, how can you try something new on a mental level. Also, that mental focus card that we had up for Saturday is also quite mental based and holding strong in our current position, and especially if we've got other people's opinions affecting us and we're not really sure if we made the right decision, we can look at clearing those mental ties that we have, or the mental blockages that we might be feeling around that or experiencing around that. We might be dealing with mental stuff that's blocking us from moving forward. And on a future level, we might be dealing with mental stuff that's blocking us from moving on a past level. So there's all sorts of things you can look at in different angles on a mental level. And just a bit of a tip, if you are dealing with mental issues that you want to shift, then step outside into the air and the wind and allow that, or a picture, or hold the intention of the wind and the air helping clear and carry away your mental burdens and blockages at this time. You can also take a walk or get your body physically active. Physically moving your body can help shift that mental stuff as well. So this is about, the theme is about cleansing, clearing, detoxing ourselves, purifying, purging and releasing on especially the physical, emotional and mental levels. We will know where we're feeling blocked because we can just sense that, especially if you can relate to anything I've been talking about there. So I trust that makes sense. I feel, we can make it overcomplicated, and I've probably described it in quite a detailed way, really, although I could go into more detail. But I think sometimes it's just about simply being willing to let go of the stuff that's holding us back, so we can make room for all that new energy that wants to come in, that new stuff. So some of us may feel we need to dedicate serious time to our releasing and cleansing and purging this weekend. Others of us may just need to hold the intention of letting go and releasing everything that's holding us back. So that's the guidance, the theme card for this weekend. So thank you. I trust that resonates with you. These cards come to you from my Speed of Light Oracle cards. This is the guidebook that comes with it. It has details on all the cards, how to use them and all sorts of things. So, and it comes in a hard box. So if you're inspired to learn more about my Speed of Light Oracle, or if you'd like to add them to your collection, just have a look on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. So thank you so much for connecting. We've got our next, I can't believe it's already been a month, but we've got our next online drumming circle this Wednesday. That's the first Wednesday of each month, and our online drumming circle is available for everyone who's in our Pillar of Light family. So I look forward to connecting with you guys then, and also you can register for it separately, so have a look on my website if you're inspired to. That's happening this Wednesday the 4th. You can join me live for a live video of about 40 minutes of just straight drumming for all different reasons you might want to connect. And if you miss it live, you can watch the video later, but I also send the recording of just the drumming out to everyone too that's registered. So check it out if you're interested. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to, and if you'd like to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. If you want to learn more about the work that I do, please visit templeofbalance.com.au. So have a fantastic weekend. I will do my best to be back and share with you early next week. So thank you so much for joining me today and spending this time with me. I've really enjoyed it, and I look forward to reading your comments when I get back onto my computer in just a few minutes. So thank you so much. Sending lots of love to you from my heart to yours if you want to receive. Thank you. Namaste.